Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today we are looking at Beastman from Mattel's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe action figure line. So this is Beastman as he appears in the Netflix animated series, and over here is a nice portrait of good old Beastman. Much larger figure than what we're used to. He comes in an open air box, unlike the usual card and blister. You can actually try out his play feature right here, and it's more of the same. You know, we're talking about the spring-loaded waist. So, you know, the way that functions is that there's a spring-loaded mechanism on the inside, and he has a very powerful snapback. And likewise, given to do that vertically, you know, he arches back, and then he kind of spring loads forward and back. Okay, so let's get this guy out. Alright, so Beastman comes with two accessories. Kind of comes with this green plasma flame effect. There's clips on the underside which attach to his forearm. Next we have his whip. It's pretty cool. It's nice and long. Here's up close of the handle. Kind of has like a bone spine sort of look. It's kind of morbid if you think about it. And there's almost kind of like it's almost like a devil skull or something on top. You can kind of make out the nose and then the horns. Beastman himself, really bulky figure. I was looking forward to this guy just because ever since I saw photos of him, I'm like, this guy looks badass. A lot of heft to this figure. He looks crazy impressive. You know, even though it's based off of the CG model, you know, I think the character design is really well done and really well executed for the figure. The sculpting is honestly a little bit on the softer side, as you can see. It's kind of hard to make out his facial details. But, you know, there's enough paint application here and varied colors of plastic to really make this guy look interesting and not as budget or basic as, you know, some of the standard figures. You know, with this being a deluxe figure, it's much larger in size, a lot more bulk and heft, and overall you feel like you're really getting your money's worth with this guy. Let's examine him up closely. There's a nice look at Beastman. He has his furry mane around his neck. He has some skulls adorned on his chest. Furry gauntlets. Nice pauldrons with pointy spikes. He retains that orange and red color scheme, and even with the dark blue. Yeah, very solid figure. His head rotates around like this. His arms rotate like that. They go out to the side, I believe. Let's get him back into focus. Oh man, some of these figures, especially these CGI based figures, for some reason my camera has a hard time focusing on them. I think it's because it's a combination of the softer sculpting and then the color schemes. I think it doesn't really know where to focus on this guy, especially with there's so much detail on him. So his arms rotate, they go out a little bit. As you can see, the shoulders hits the top, so it's not really going to move. He has articulated wrists. As we talked about earlier, there's a spring-loaded mechanism mid-torso, so it allows him to rotate like this, and it's spring-loaded, so it's kind of has some snap to it. And then he also arch back and spring-load forward, and vice versa. Leg articulation, you know, much like the other figures in this toy line, it's very limited. You can only kick up so much. He does have articulated feet at the ankles, so you could kind of like rotate them out, which is important because with a figure this hefty and heavy, you want to make sure that even though he's only standing on these two small feet, that you can adjust it properly so it can like support his weight, you know, like that. In terms of accessories, you know, if you want to attach the flame effect to his arm, there you go. And then you could take the whip, insert the handle into his hand, and it completes the look of the figure. And I like this figure a lot. Visually, I think I don't know, he might easily be my favorite figure visually from this line. There's something very cool about this character. Yeah, really nice, well done figure. Very, you really do feel like you're getting your money's worth with this guy. And there you go, he's in focus now. Let's compare him in size to some of the other figures. We have Triclops, about the same height, but not as massive, as you can see. We have Prince Adam, one of the smallest figures in the line. And then we have He-Man in his Grayskull armor. Much like Beastman, this is a deluxe figure. You know, he's pretty bulky as well. So yeah, this is a great figure. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a solid 8. No more, no less. You know, part of me is going to be sad when they ended the TV show. It's only lasted 3 seasons. But I've said this before, there's something nice about having a finite series, especially when in a toy line. You know, it's nice to know there's going to be a beginning and end. And with it, you know, being around for only a short period of time, you know, if you are a completionist and you want the entire line of figures and accessories, it's very doable. You know, this was a budget line. It's not like Masterverse or Origin, so these figures were a little bit more affordable. If you have children, you know, I think this is a great gateway into the world of Masters of the Universe. The toys, they're very durable, easy to play with, very colorful, very bright. And when you complement that with the animated series, you know, they're in for a fun time, you know, lots of fun, adventure. It's a good, you know, it's worth a watch, especially for younger ones. All right, so with that being said, let's wrap this video up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So, until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. All right, later.